Okay, live from New York. It's a miniature edition, tiny edition of Ask an Engineer.
What day is it?
Well, it's Thursday.
But we don't do Thursday Ask Engineer. We do Wednesday.
We are this week, and it's actually just like engineer portion because we had AdaBox unboxing last night.
That's exciting.
And
I remember that.
Yeah, and we had show and tell.
Oh, that was cool too.
But we have so much news from Python on hardware.
We can't wait a week.
And so many new products, and then we have so much top secret. If we were to try to do it next week, the show would be 2 hours.
Yeah.
So what we thought is, since we use these videos for our podcast and more, we would do just this portion.
Yeah.
Save some of the news for next week.
Okay.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
On tonight's show, the code is EHT black hole because that was the big news yesterday.
The black hole photo.
The black hole photo, and it was a talented woman from MIT with all these hard drives who put the photo together, stitched it together.
Nice.
So all these photos of this like giant, like here's how I put the photo together.
Yeah.
So that's a discount code since that's the news. And also there's a moon landing today. We were just watching that.
That's cool. So that's active for today till midnight.
Tonight. So
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay. Python and hardware news.
Yep.
New products. Top secret. All that on the shortest version of Ask an Engineer.
Just engineer, actually.
Just
engineer.
Half the
length.
Okay. So while I'm doing this, how about you tell people just 1 minute or so about who was on the show and tell last night? Do you remember?
I had a piece of paper and then I put it somewhere.
Yeah. Do you want me to remind you?
Well, we had Harry.
Yeah.
Who was a young engineer from who used to be on Show and Tell, and now he's working at a top secret company. And he came by and he showed his giraffe Dorino, which was super cool.
Yeah.
We had Josie and her mom. They're working on some wearable projects. Josie had a sorting scarf. It was a circuit playground, and it would sort you into any of the 4 houses. And she got sorted into Hufflepuff. But she said Ravenclaw was what she really wanted to do. And then Josie's mom was also making a jacket which had literally a star-spangled banner. Like it was a American flag, and it had like LEDs for the stars. That's pretty cool. We had JP showing off, and in fact JP was doing the unboxing, she didn't come by. Scott had 3 MIDI-powered Game Boys running CircuitPython with his new cartridge. We had Sedacious come by and show off some hardware that he had designed. We had another person, what else came by?
The librarian who did the button.
That's right. Librarian who they were doing a game, his library week, and they were doing a countdown button with a nano and a 7-segment display. It would count down 30 seconds for you to answer a quiz question. And I think that's all I can remember.
Okay.
Noah and Pedro had their battle axe. We saw the video too, so okay. I think that's pretty much it. It's a pretty good overview.
Good stuff. All right, so let's jump right in.
Okay. It's Blinka, it's Circuit, it's Python time. Circuit, Python.
Do you have a song for each one?
Yeah, I'm going to have a song
Okay. Code Plus Community. This is our weekly roundup of all the things going on in the community of CircuitPython, MicroPython, Python on hardware, and more. Let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking.
All right. Big Python news, which is coming up May 1st and May 9th. Congratulations to the audience and to Nina, who will be doing
Nina Z, she's awesome. She's got those cool Gemma earrings that we posted about.
That's right. Nina is a software engineer with over a decade experience. She's currently focused on Python at Microsoft on the cloud developer team. She's written satellite software, HBO, code that helped connect people at Meetup, and implemented time-wasting features at Reddit. This will be a talk about embedded devices and how it impacts and grows our community. So this, of course, is an interesting talk to us. Our team will be out there, and they'll be in attendance as well. DigiKey and Adafruit, we teamed up together. Everyone in the audience is getting one of these. Every attendee. And the team will be doing the sprints, or the open spaces, I should say. It might be sprints. And they'll be there. There'll also be Mick, Melissa, Brent, Brian, and probably some other people that are in the Adafruit community and more. So say hi if you're at PyCon. And once again, congratulations, Nina. And y'all are in for a treat because her talks are fantastic. Okay, CircuitPython.org is our new site. You know how you know? Because we have a sticker.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
What does it say down there? CircuitPython.org.
Yeah,
I use it every day now, like 8 times a day.
Yeah, we'll have these. These are going to replace the stickers we have in stock. This is coming soon. But we added some more features to the site.
What do we add?
First up, there is features.
The features are the features. Okay.
Yeah, so each board we went in, this is something in GitHub, and there's something called Jekyll that takes the markdown in GitHub and then turns it into a website. It's a really cool way to do static websites. So we went into each board and we said, this is a good baseline set of features. Does it have a speaker, solder-free alligator clip, display, Wi-Fi, feather compatible, battery charging, robotics, LoRa radio, Bluetooth, BLE. And that's where we started. We'll add more, but we also have all the manufacturers. That's an advanced search. Also, the secret area, if you go to circuitpython.org/stats, you can see downloads per board for each release. And that's really interesting because there's tens of thousands of people using each build, each part of CircuitPython now. We added other boards. This is Meow Meow. I call it Meowie Meowie. And this is a really cool CircuitPython powered board. This is the Cat WAN.
LoRa radio plugs into USB.
Speaking of, Electronic Cats did a tutorial about using CircuitPython and their board. That was in our weekly newsletter and more.
Oh, nice.
That's the one that we just happened to put in there as well. Also,
and you took some nice photos.
If you look at the top of circuitpython.org and you click awesome, we render in awesome CircuitPython.
That's our lovely list of all the resources that you could ever want for using CircuitPython. Hand curated.
That's there. Next up, if you wanted to see all the updates in awesome-CircuitPython, but you don't want to remember the GitHub repo, that's why we added it there.
Yeah.
So that is down there. Same thing.
Good.
We also include things in Awesome, which are now going to be on that site as well. Like France just released, you can now buy this. This is the TI Python. It's a little Python module.
Oh, look, it's actually a mini USB. That's funny.
Yeah, it's a TI Python board. It runs CircuitPython. We didn't know about this. We like doing open source because we find out surprises like this. Someone already said, cool, I like this. I'm going to go ahead and put that Adafruit version on it and run Moo. Kind of cool, right?
This is really cool. It's funny that they... I mean, I really want to get one of these because it's kind of like mystifying to me that they totally went and did this.
Yeah.
And we never heard about it. I guess if you want the lowest cost chip and maybe they didn't want to use STM for some reason, this works well.
Okay.
Right, Blink on calculators.
Next up.
What else can you put Blink on?
Python snakes its way to USB hubs. That's right. CircuitPython is on the Capable Robots Programmable USB hub. It's a hub that's also an dev board, I2C, GPIO, SPI Bridge. In addition to being a 4-point hub, high-speed hub, it's a programmable hub, and it's a CircuitPython-based development board.
This thing is super weird and also like super cool. Like I like it when people make dev boards that are just like wacky. And this one, it's like you wouldn't expect the USB hub to be a dev kit, but they did.
Nope, it is.
And it's got like a microbus connector. It is super interesting.
All right.
Well, it is a 7051. It's like a powerful chip.
Where else is CircuitPython? Well, CircuitPython snakes its way to HackerBox. We are thrilled that the latest HackerBox is shipping with CircuitPython. HackerBox 41 includes CircuitPython, MakeCode Arcade, the Atari console, and more. There's an Instructable. You can purchase it from our site. You can get it from HackerBoxes. This is all the stuff you get in it. We have it in our store. We'll talk about the new products. And the cool thing is, this is just yet another example of raising everyone's boats, as they say, because we have a subscription service.
Yeah.
HackerBox has a subscription service.
Teamed up.
We teamed up, so if you like hacking and like doing cool stuff, you're going to like this.
Yeah.
All right. I thought this was neat. These are the little mini Sams. And,
now in all colors.
Yeah, and it's neat because Ben posted up a whole bunch of photos, and you can see there's a whole series of them.
Something interesting is actually checking today. So Microchip didn't used to have SAMD51s in a lot of stock. It used to be like many months to get them.
Yeah.
They now have like a couple tens of thousands in stock at all time, which is actually a good sign. It means the SAMD51 is a solid chip.
Yeah.
They keep a lot of stock of the items that are the most popular. That's normal.
Do you think because we bought a lot?
I actually think that there's a lot of people using the SAMD51. I think, we really like the chip. But I'm noticing that all the new dev kits out that normally you'd think would use a SAMD21, they're skipping straight to the 51, like this mini SAM, because it's not that much more expensive.
Okay, cool. All right, next up, we've got this cool project. This made it to the newsletter this week. This is a standalone GPS logger with CircuitPython using Adafruit and particle hardware. We'll have some particle news later because we're going to see some particle folks this week.
I'm wearing my particle shirt.
Yeah. All right, next up. Maybe Lady Ada can talk about what Scott was building.
So this is really neat. So Scott has an obsession with Game Boy hardware and is making a Game Boy cart and also is really excited about MIDI and keyboards. So why not combine these two things and create a custom Game Boy cart that again has that SAMD51 on it, and it has a MIDI input jack, and then it controls the audio synthesizer software on the Game Boy. So you can basically play chiptunes over MIDI. So this is a video.
We have a little video. But the thing about the video is...
There's no sound in it?
There is.
Okay.
And for folks wondering, normally Ask an Engineer is a little quieter. We are full on factory mode here.
No, I know. That's why.
Factory
There's
mode.
Stuff being made right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I can show some of the cool stuff. Maybe I'll grab one of the things that just came off.
All right, maker update. Don will post the latest maker update. We do this every single month. Don. And also now he's doing it with DigiKey. Check it out. It has a lot of our CircuitPython news. It's a full video, so we're just reminding you to watch it. There is some cool community projects. PyPortal is out. So
this face doesn't exist.
Yeah, on Dan's site he has PyPortal Ghost Frame. This is a AI generated face. It uses some cool middleware to get these images over the internet. This is, I think, the easiest, most popular, maybe now because we have a lot out there, IoT connected display programmable with Python.
Yeah.
I think so. This is NASA photo today. Today's the black hole, and that's why the code earlier was EHC black hole.
We have a lot of space-themed Adabox projects.
Yeah, not a lot of sports, but we did a lot of space.
We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
Every next week is sports week.
Every next week is our fantasy football team. Laura made a Swedish word of the day. She wrote a PHP page that scrapes the transparent website and feeds JSON to the PyPortal via Wi-Fi.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Cedar Grove adapted NeoTrellis M4 to a 32 HP E-Rack. That's neat.
Good for button pushing.
Yeah. Multi-purpose IR remote. This is a DIY solution to make your own keyboard with essential commands to navigate, confirm, and cancel. This is a no slumper. This is if you slump too much, and here, go watch this. All right, kid.
Slump.
Slump. You're slumping. You're slumping. So when they're slumping, you can set this to figure out when it'll activate the audio alert. It'll tell you, and you can do that.
Good.
Automatically.
Good posture.
Yeah, this is kind of neat. I like this site. It's I think it's called Homemade Garbage.
Yeah.
And
that's like totally like a nice thing.
Yeah, and they tried out CircuitPython, and this is what they made with it. So I thought that was cool.
LED effects.
Deshipu is making some cool games. I saw this on GitHub via Deshipu's. I think it was a message in our Discord.
Yeah.
And it's Tetris for CircuitPython. It's cool.
Nice.
Special congratulations to Python Discord. If you go to pythondiscord.com, you will see that they have a server, then it's all about Python. They just hit 15,000. So we partnered up with them for folks who want to know more about Python outside of just CircuitPython. So they just celebrated, and we're partnered with them, so they made a cool button. The video is linked up so you can see that. And of course, we have our 11,000 people. We have just 12,000 people soon. So that'd be kind of cool. This I thought was neat. This is a Halo code. It's a MicroPython-based single-board computer.
Yeah, it's an ESP32 module, and it's got 12 NeoPixel LEDs. It's got like 10 pads. It's got this like, I think they're capacitive pads too, and it's got a button and a microphone. It can do like smart speaker type stuff because the ESP32 has it as a demo. And then of course you can run MicroPython on it as well. Doesn't show up as a disk drive. It doesn't have native USB, but it shows up like a serial COM port. I think it has like a Grove connector on the back. You can kind of see it in the corner there.
Yeah.
And then you program it, but you have to program it, I think, over Wi-Fi.
Okay. This is kind of cool. This was a MicroPython project that manages a smart kettle. ESP32 Google Assistant uses Google Digiflow to recognize the speech and then convert it into commands. Does a kettle hot. There's also some events coming up. World of Python and more. This is doublend.pyladies.com. April 16th. There's a history of Python packaging, some MicroPython stuff. KeyCon is coming up, and that is in April.
Are we a sponsor?
We're a sponsor.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And then one of the other things in the world of events right now is if you're interested in speaking at PyCon AU, Australia, the call for proposals is now open.
That's a nice sneak.
In the world of coming soon, and we'll probably do in our normal like top secret stuff, we have the Gizmo. This is a add-on for Circuit Playground Express. And we also have a game player called PyBadge. And we'll be talking about that on future shows and more. But that is the news of the week for Python on hardware.
Yay!
All right. If there was things that you saw that were purchasable or even if they're not and you want to hit our store, adafruit.com/new, get you some of the new stuff. The code is
EHC
Black Hole for this special mini edition. All right, ready, Lady Ada?
Okay.
No. That's like a factory sound. All right.
Okay. Kick it off. This one's easy. It's a USB.
Pocket jewel.
It's a pocket jewel. This is not a vape.
Smoke
this
them
is
if you got 'em.
a USB A slot, normal socket to USB-C. We're trying to see more USB-C devices, but a lot of old computers and laptops still have USB-A. This adapter is low cost and easy to use. Plug in that side, you just get a USB-C socket. It doesn't make your board be able to do like HDMI over USB-C or like give it, the high speed or high power. But if you just want to use a USB-C cable with your normal laptop or computer, this thing works great and it's handy.
Okay. Next up, these are my favorite sets of products recently too.
Yeah, this was by high demand, and we finally got a place to make them for us and sell them to us. So there's a bunch. So there's all these USB adapter cables. This is the micro USB bend, and then there's
I'm gonna just go to there.
just go to all of them.
Okay.
So I'll show them all off. This is the micro USB other way bend. It's like that's a technical term, other way bend. We've also got USB micro B straight. So this is a not bent USB micro. This is some examples of cable, and then USB micro socket. And then we have non-micro parts. We have this is USB C connector, so maybe it goes well with that USB-C adapter yourself. You also have USB-A plug, classic USB-A. And we have USB-A socket, so plug and socket. And I think we might also by now have mini B, or we're gonna have it soon. Okay, so all these little parts, we had these HDMI cables, was very similar. They even use the ribbons. Basically, if you need to make a custom cable, now these parts are not cheap because they're like handmade. Basically, they have to like solder the connectors on. But if you want to make a custom length cable and it's really skinny, this is kind of like the way to do it. You can make any orientation setup cable, and you can use any length ribbon cable. So it's like a DIY USB cable kit. And I have some I can show off.
I'll tell you the best use for this, I think,
Yeah.
is anytime you're strapping a battery or another USB thing to another thing, ask yourself, what did you do in this life to arrive here? And then make one of these, because that's, if you're trying to like do all this stuff and you want the most optimized package, these custom cables, I notice a lot of people do this with camera stuff, because cameras have weirdo connectors.
Oh yeah, you just need
weirdo things that they need.
Or you're 3D printing something, that's another thing, and you want to have like a cable kit that fits inside. So, okay, so now, hold on. Okay, so for example, let's say we want, let's say we want a USB micro right angle, and it's an extension cord, so on the other side we have another micro B. We just pick each one of these cables, and then these open up, and you can slot these ribbons that we stock. And we have these ribbons in, I think, like pretty much every length. It's like, I'd say everything from 10 centimeters up to like 100 centimeters or so. This one's taped together just to make it pretty looking, but the ribbons come like this, and they only go one way, and they're reinforced too, which is kind of nice. Just put the ribbon in, you close it, and then you get the other side that you want. So maybe you want this to plug into a USB-A. You open this up, both sides, you slot this in, and then you close it, and that's it. Now you have your custom cable. So now you have your custom cable. So basically you can do this with any of the combos of things. So you can have USB-C on one end, and then like a micro B right angle. And you could probably get some of these cables, but they're not going to have these super flat ribbons, which are nice. You can weave them around a 3D printer or injection molded or laser cut piece. Yeah. And also it's not as easy to just pick and choose which connectors you want, especially the right angle micro Bs. Those are not always available with every length and combo. So they're a little bit more expensive than just your plain DIY cables, but they're slim and they're modular. People like the HDMI ones So I think they're going to like the USB ones as well. And we've tested them in like every combo, and even with the longest ribbon cable, and they work great.
Okay. Next up. Hacker boxes.
It's the hacker box we were talking about.
And let me tell you a quick personal story.
Oh no.
No. So I've been a subscriber of this forever.
Yeah.
And Scott reached out to Hacker Boxes, and he's like, "Oh, you guys should do a Circuit Python one."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Cool." And there was an email. I'm like, "Hey, folks, like I'm a subscriber," and I got to walk over to my pile of boxes with this. So I like it when I'm a customer or something, because I knew our customers would like it. So we do AdaBox.
Yeah, you got it, and then we got it in the store.
Yeah,
a couple days later.
we do AdaBox, and if you truly love subscription services for electronics, you should also subscribe to some of them. One of them's AdaBox. We did that last night. This one's Hacker Boxes. You can buy this as a standalone in our store, and also, you subscribe to Hacker Boxes.
Of course.
So what's in the box?
I'll go through it all in the box. So it comes with.
Just keep in mind, you got 9 minutes left.
Okay, I'll be fast. It's got like a NeoPixel ring clone. There's a lot of Adafruit clone stuff in here, but that's okay. Servo, bag of components, potentiometers, and knobs, wires, component kits like LEDs and buttons and stuff. This is kind of neat. So it comes with an Itsy Bitsy, which I think we took out.
Might have.
I think we took it out. We took it out.
But I can be zoomed in. Look at me zoomed in. Look at this.
Yes.
Look, it's in there.
I think we took it out because we were showing something off. So it comes with a breadboard. Oh, can you go back to the...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's everything. And then this is what it looks like in real life.
Yeah, we got breadboard, a little ribbon cable, a 1.8-inch TFT display, a Circuit Python sticker and badge and sticker. And this is like a not solder-free kit. So what you do is you can actually solder in like these parts, like this screen and the buttons and the teensy, and you can make a little Make Code arcade game. So it's like, you know, it's a little bit tougher than like AdaBox, because you do have to, it doesn't come pre-programmed and stuff, and it doesn't come pre-soldered. But if you're willing to do a little bit of work, like you know, you get components, packs, and kits, you can build some of these projects. I think it also comes with like a synthesizer kit as well. So this is a good kit for learning Circuit Python and also Make Code Arcade, because the Itsy Bitsy supports, M4 supports Make Code Arcade.
Okay.
That's a Hacker Box.
Next up.
We got this TriColor. Oh yeah, this is the Itsy Bitsy. It was like underneath the e-ink display. We have.
It's because it's so itsy bitsy, it can hide it places.
I know. So this is a 2.13-inch e-ink display that's high resolution. We actually got this as a feathering last week. Now we have it as a breakout. It's really nice. It's high resolution. It's you know, it's not going to be as high res as like a Kindle display, but for a low-cost breakout board, you get quite a few pixels. It looks really good. It also updates a lot faster than
There's not live video, I don't believe it. Oh,
TriColor. So this is the live demo. So you see, you can update the whole
this
display.
Super Kindle-like.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I think it's faster than my Kindle.
It's faster than like the first Kindle probably. It can do partial updates, but we haven't set that up yet. This is just it displaying an image from a bitmap, and this is running off of a Metro. And you might think, hey, you know, Metro doesn't have enough RAM to display 8K of bitmap data. You're right. It has an SRAM chip on the back that does all the frame buffer management for you, so you don't have to use any RAM. Because of these displays, you can't draw one pixel. You have to draw the entire display at once. So if you want to do any graphical stuff, you'll need to have a frame buffer, and our breakouts come with a frame buffer in them.
Okay.
So a nice ink display.
And the star of the show, besides you and our community, you know what's kind of neat is there's a lot of people that work on Facebook. Because we have more viewers on Facebook because we're doing it during the day today.
Oh yeah.
No one's working. Everyone's on Facebook. That's fine with us. Here it is.
Airlift breakout. So this takes the ESP32 that we've been using on the Pi portal. It has Arduino's really awesome Nina firmware, which allows you to do Wi-Fi communication over SPI. And it comes in a breakout format. Now you could use a Feather or like our ESP32 breakout, but this is really compact, has level shifting, tri-stating. It's kind of like the ideal version. And this is also a little less expensive because it's smaller and doesn't have much stuff. But you can use it with Arduino, with everything from an Atmega 328 and up. And in CircuitPython, you can use it with an M4. So here I have it running on a Atmega 32U4, which is not a very powerful chip. And it's got the airlift board here. And this is actually communicating with the Twitter API to get our number of Twitter followers. So it's parsing JSON. Yeah, I posted it. It's not as easy to do JSON parsing as it is with Python, which is why PyPortal was all in Python. But you can do it. So this connects to Twitter, gets the JSON data, parse it out, and then displays on the OLED, all using the ESP32 airlift. And that's our star of the show.
That's it.
Yay! Lots of good products this week.
Okay. Ready for that thing we do?
Yeah. Okay, speed round. No. We have a vape pen. No, it's a USB-A, 2 or 3 to USB-C adapter. Super easy. Plug into your computer, not even a USB-C port.
Then
we have a plethora of different DIY USB cable ends. You can pick one of each and then combine them with our ribbon cables to make custom cables. So we have micro B, and here's a ribbon cable with 2 ends on it. We have micro B straight. We have micro B sockets. We have USB-C. We have mini B. We have USB-A plug. We have USB-A socket. You basically have every connector you could possibly want.
Okay.
Mix and match them. We have cable lengths from 10 centimeters up to 1 meter long, so you can make any custom cable.
Except
HackerBox is 41, best looking HackerBox ever. Features CircuitPython, ItsyBitsy M4, and MakeCode. You get ItsyBitsy M4, which is like people's favorite CircuitPython board. It's a small, it's on a breadboard. It comes with all sorts of parts and kits to make a MakeCode arcade or learn CircuitPython. We have a high-res 2.13-inch e-ink display. This has like 250 by 122 pixels, so it looks nice, and it's monochrome, so it updates in like a second or two. And you can now add Wi-Fi as a coprocessor to your favorite chip, like the Teensy, or the Atmega 328, or your Metro M4, with the Airlift ESP32 Wi-Fi coprocessor. We have Arduino library for it, as well as CircuitPython code. Same chip that was in the PyPortal, but now in a breakout format. That was new.
okay, we can take a 10-second break. Not even. Here is the code EHT Black Hole. And
now a message from our sponsors.
Yeah, well, top secret. Okay. Top secret this week. We have 2 videos of past us, so we're going to play those. The first one is we alluded to earlier. It's one of my favorite new products. It is Gizmo. Take it away.
I see you. It's the glowing eye of judgment.
Oh,
no, it's
looks like it says Gizmo.
Yeah, it says Gizmo. This is an add-on. It looks a lot like a Halloween, right? You're thinking you've seen this eyeball before, but it's on a Circuit Playground Express.
Oh, it's an accessory for Circuit Playground Express.
And it's got these really cool SMT nuts. These are a little short. I'm getting longer ones. But what's neat is you pick and place these nuts, and then you can screw into them. So you see they solder in flush. They solder in through the board. And then you don't have to have, like, screw standoff nut, because it just screws directly into the board. They're only a couple cents a piece. Very cool invention. And then it's cool because they're mechanical and electrical connections to the Gizmo, which you see here. Comes with a 1.44-inch color TFT. Of course, you still have that battery charging, the battery connector on the Circuit Playground Express. And then you can connect a speaker if you want. This isn't doing anything, but there's a speaker connection. So you could play audio. And both sides, there's 2 stemma connectors. So let's say you wanted to, have some NeoPixels or a servo, you could plug in strips really easily. So it's a Gizmo for Circuit Playground Express.
Okay, and then this is what everyone's been asking about, tweeting about, making charts about. Here it is.
Pi badge.
And what is this?
Oh, you caught me playing games. But it's actually also work, because I don't do anything for fun. This is the new Pi badge. Here you can see the nice silk screen. It's a credit card sized CircuitPython board with a SAMD51. But I thought I'd have some fun porting some other game platforms to it. So this is Arju Boy. This is running their Arju Castle, I think is the name, or Castle Boy. It's sort of a Castlevania clone. And it just draws the OLED as if it was in the center of the screen here, and you can still use all your buttons and stuff, and then you can die. And here's another game. This one is Circuit Dude, and it's kind of tough, actually. You play a little robot that has to place chips in sockets, which is kind of what I do for a living. But now I can play as a game. And again, it draws in the center of the screen, and you get A-B buttons. And there's a speaker and battery charging, and it's a feather header. So this board's almost done, but I thought it would be a badge that you could also play little games on. So Arduboy is a great way to do that. You can pick an Arduboy up at the Adafruit shop, support them.
Okay, and last up we have 2 airlift boards. These are airlift shields.
Yeah, 2 sides of 1 shield. Come and see in.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it. We're out.
And with that is our, well, first off, back in the vault.
Back in the vault.
And with that, there's our special edition midday. You're at the office looking for stuff to do before, you got to leave for the day.
I know.
We gave you something to do today.
All right.
Okay, that's
Unannounced.
it. JP show's next.
Slide in.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Here is your moment of signing off because I don't have the graphic.
And the Zener? Give him a code.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's a moment of saving bucks.
Okay.
All right. Bye, folks.